we're advocating for the Indiana farmer. That's really what we're focusing on.
Hi, once again, everybody. Welcome back to the Comstock channel. I'm Marlon Bowling with you, and it's a treat to have you with us. I hope you can like these videos, subscribe to the videos, and share them with others as well as we continue to grow our audience. So nice to have you with us. Well, today I'm honored to have aboard Miss Anita Sharkey. She is the brand new marketing communications specialist with the Indiana Soybean Alliance. Anita, it's awesome to have you on board with us. Congratulations on your new role. You actually came to Indiana from Illinois, correct?
Yes. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Yes, so I just graduated from Illinois State University. I have a bachelor in science and public relations. And so then I got a job here at Indiana Soybean Alliance. And so I just moved here and got started. And I do a lot of the written and digital media for Indiana Soybean Alliance, Indiana Corn, and Indiana Corn Growers as well. They're all combined together, which is unique compared to a lot of other states. So yeah, that's been kind of what I've been up to for the past couple of weeks. It's new and fresh, but I'm really excited to be here.
Now, this is pretty cool because, in a way, you and I are both on parallel tracks, if you will. We both work with digital media now. And I just wondered if you could share with us what a typical workday would be like where you are now in that position. What kind of jobs will you have to go through in the course of a day?
Well, I'm super fortunate because of the position that I'm in. I get to do a lot of farm visits, a lot of interviews with a lot of our scientists. I've been doing a campaign with social media influencers, which has been really cool. So it's really fun to be in my position and be out in the wild instead of always in the office. But I do a lot of filming. I'll film an interview and edit it down and make it look pretty. And then I'll normally write an article about that interview and so on and so forth.
Did you do a lot of that at Illinois State or not?
So Illinois State is where I graduated. I actually previously worked at Illinois Soybean Association, and I wouldn't say I did a whole lot of editing there, but I did do some filming, a lot of writing for the publication. So it was really nice to have some experience and kind of make a smoother transition that way. So yeah, I'm definitely very fortunate to have that background for sure.
Now, you actually came from a corn and soybean farm in Illinois, right? The organization is really lucky to find somebody like you because it's getting harder and harder to find somebody with a farm background to fill the roles in organizations like this.
Well, thank you. Yes, I was born and raised in central Illinois area. We farm about 30 minutes north of Peoria, if you're familiar with that area. So yeah, born and raised, and I got the opportunity to be really closely involved on the farm, even at a young age. So really thankful for my parents to include me in all that, and driving the grain carts and moving machinery and getting that experience and having that idea. Sometimes I think it's funny because as the farmer, you don't always get into the weeds of what the agronomists know. So sometimes it's funny when I'm speaking to an agronomist, it's a little over my head, but I understand what's going on just by being in the planter and the combine. So yeah, it's been really good.
Well, like I say, you're a bit of a unique situation because you're so young, but you do have a farm background and you managed to work your way into a very respectable high-level organization right away. I just wondered, what do you think the biggest challenges are for other young folks your age that are trying to get into the industry? Do you have any advice that maybe you can share with them to help them along the way to get their foot in the door?
Yeah. So I think just the transition of just a couple months ago when I was transitioning out of school into the workforce, I will be bold and admit it was pretty challenging just to find the right fit for me in the sense of just where do I move? Where do I go from here? Just as I'm in a writing and video background. So just remember, if you're someone in my position and you just graduated and you're trying to find your place in the workforce, just be patient. I feel like for me, it took just a couple weeks longer than what I had planned in my head. So yeah, and I think that applies for everyone, not even just college graduates. Just be patient because you do have a place that's perfect for you. Sometimes you just have to wait longer than what your mind is telling you should be the time frame. So that would be my advice.
Well, for anybody that's contemplating a career change, there's always a steep learning curve when you have to learn something new, and that kind of scares a lot of people. That can frighten them away. But it is part of growing. It's part of moving up the ladder, if you will. Um, you have kind of grown up in this digital media age, and that kind of gives you a bit of an advantage over, well, someone like me who's an older soul trying to get into this type of an industry now.
Yeah, I can definitely resonate with you. Just too, I've noticed just working in the digital world, it's so important. Like, we have so much power to convey a message. And if done well, we can convey that message really well. So just taking that time to think about the message we're sending and use the proper platform for that. So yeah, I can definitely resonate with that as well.
So, what kind of channels do you have using digital media that your corn and soybean growers can actually go to find more information that you put out?
Absolutely. So our website just got an awesome revamp of combining the ISA, Indiana soybean, Indiana corn growers all together in one website, so it's not so confusing. So yeah, you can go to that online. We are on socials, and yeah, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, all the above.
I know for a long time it was always a problem because the average age of a farmer was going up. It was always getting elevated in age. And I just wondered if younger folks are really starting to come into agriculture in a bigger way these days, especially with all the new technology that's available. What do you think there?
I think that's also the joy of just where the position we're in. ISA, ICMC, we're advocating for the Indiana farmer. That's really what we're focusing on. We want to educate them. We want to use their checkoff dollars like appropriately to give back to them. And so that's what the good thing is about my position is sometimes it doesn't always matter the demographic. It's really just like the Indiana farmer, the 20,000 that live in Indiana. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot more engagement in like our younger crowd. That's just really exciting for me just to see that on like Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, like I said, it's a really great position to be in. It's really the Indiana farmer that I'm advocating for at this point. Yes.
Well, one thing I discovered when I hopscotched around the country after leaving the farm and getting full time into farm broadcasting, it didn't matter where I went or what people grew or what they produced on the farm. Farmers everywhere are basically the same, right?
Totally. Yeah. And honestly, just from from Illinois, where the soybean and corn associations were separate, that's a really cool transition to see for me of just like we're talking to the same farmers. A lot of farmers do row crops, corn and soybean together. So we're speaking to the same audience. So it's really nice to be a part of one organization. No hate or shade on Illinois, though, but it's really nice to have one organization, one audience, kind of bringing that all together and explaining to them, this is the why of what we're doing. We want to advocate for you. Use your checkoff dollars appropriately, and yeah, and just bring soy, bring a new place in soy.
So, what do you see for new opportunities ahead at the Indiana Soybean Alliance? Do you have some things that you would like to see the group get into?
I think one of the exciting things that I've seen so far is kind of our value creation side of the corn and soy. So, for example, we have like a new high oleic oil that's more sustainable. It's from soybeans. The state fair we're doing this year, like they're making like corn dogs with this oil, and so that kind of stuff, just finding new uses for soy has been really exciting to see. Versus we also have like the fun candles and like crayons, so that's been really exciting for me to look at those new uses.
You mentioned the state fair, and we are getting to that time of year where you have fair season, you have farm show season when you get into the fall like that. It's a great time of year to get out and meet people. I would imagine you're probably going to be keeping the road hot attending events like that.
Yes. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be participating so at the Indiana fairgrounds here, we have a building called the Glass Barn. And ISA sponsors it, and it's kind of a whole building dedicated for like soybean education. A lot of it is geared toward like kids, so it makes it really exciting for the kids, but also the parents as well. There's like a huge combine in there that's like a simulator. There's like a mini grocery store kind of explaining where soy is and foods that they see every day. Kind of that interactive play, but also like information for the parents as well to see, and speakers and a place to kind of hang out. It does have air conditioning, so if you need a break from the heat, come on in and see us at the Glass Barn. So yeah, that's kind of what I'll be personally involved in at the State Fair this year. I'm super pumped.
Well, it's an honor to get to visit with you, not just because of your new position there, but I have to admit to my audience that I have crossed paths with you in the past, partly because of your family. I've actually met you in our old RFD TV studios in Nashville when I worked there.
Absolutely. So I have the great pleasure of having the father as the shark farmer. Rob Sharkey is my dad, and he is just, I admire him so much, his work ethic, how he is, how he's so genuine. And so when he would go film his TV show, Shark Farmer TV in Nashville, sometimes I'd tag along and get to meet people like you and be involved in the filming and sometimes the script writing and stuff like that. So yeah, I had the great pleasure of doing that for the past I think 5 or so years. So that was a really great experience for me, definitely as a younger person, like in school at the time, just to get that exposure, practice with cameras. The staff was always so nice to me. I'd be like, can I film? And they'd be like, okay. So yeah, definitely stuff like that. I'm definitely super fortunate to be involved in that.
So because of the work of your mom and dad, you got exposed to digital media and social media at an early age already, right?
Yeah, it's been really cool to see coming from someone from my dad's background of like he almost accidentally had a little viral moment there on Twitter at the beginning. So that was just cool to see how that can grow into a purposeful, meaningful platform of, educating and advocating for farmers. And yeah, Shark Farmer Media is definitely something I really admire. I'm a little biased, I totally get that, but I really admire how genuine it is and how it's all about the farmer and what they're doing on their farm.
Well, you have every right to be. I mean, gosh, you were there. You were part of the farm family organization there and all the social media projects that they had gotten into. So you have every right to be very proud. And it's good to have you on board with us. I know when your family, your mom and dad especially, came in and Rob would record shows, a lot of times I'd be in the background harassing them just to keep things light a little bit. But I sure enjoyed having them around. Well, they're great folks, and it's always fun to be around them, and I wish them all the best, as I always have. It's also kind of nice to know that now we have a Sharkey 2.0 in the works.
That's true.
And working on behalf of Indiana agriculture. So I certainly wish you all the best. Before I let you go, I am sure that you have a website you can direct people to. You had mentioned that you had just revamped everything right now, and so I'm anxious to see what you have there.
Yeah, you just type into Google Indiana corn and soy, it'll take you right to it. Yep, we'll have the 3 platforms up there at the top, the ISA, ICMC, and Indiana growers, corn growers. So yeah, that's how you can find us. There's lots of stuff on there, lots of educational resources, lots of events, a lot of blogs. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's a great resource for Indiana farmers.
Anita, it's terrific to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. And again, congratulations on a brand new position there, being named as the marketing specialist or marketing communication specialist with the Indiana Soybean Alliance. So congratulations on that. Look forward to working with you moving forward here. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We sure appreciate you joining us. For producer Brianne Hendrickson, I'm Marlon Bowling. We'll catch you next time right here on the Comstock channel. Thanks for joining us on our Comstock YouTube channel. Don't forget you can also find us on Facebook and TikTok as well. Futures trading involves risk. The risk of loss in trading futures and or options is substantial, and each investor and or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance is not indicative of future results.